Good morning, Stingrays. Today is October 14th, ladies and gentlemen. That's a Wednesday. That's a school day. That's why we're here. Also, big shout out to Elva. Happy birthday, Elva. Hopefully you show up for school today on your birthday. I mean, I understand if you don't, but show up for school on your birthday. Today's lesson is all about dividing decimals, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is the very last thing we have to do in Chapter 1 before our Chapter 1 test. Now, the reason why I went over long division yesterday was because you're going to need to be refreshed on that skill in order to do this. Because, as you can see, dividing decimals is directly linked to long division. There's only one thing you need to change. There's only one thing you need to fix, and that's this thing right here. Yes, the decimal. The decimal is really the only thing that's going to change when you divide with decimals. Simply put, I can't divide with this decimal floating all the way out here. I can't divide if it's even in between the two numbers. The decimal has to be jammed. Where's it at? Right next to the, has to be right next to the division house. So it needs to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. So it's resting right up against the division house. Kind of between the numbers, number or numbers, and the division house. But here's the thing. You do it to the outside, you do it to the inside. Okay? You can't just do it with 1. You can't just do it with 1. So you do it here. You do it outside. You got to do it inside. 1, 2. And the decimal actually ends up being here. Now, we have a long division problem, okay? Simply put, it is a regular, old-fashioned long division problem. We can do this. Let's do it together, just like we did yesterday. Here we go. All right, so 3 goes into 5. Yes. Yes. 1 time. I don't want red. I want black. Sorry. 1 time. That was the division part. That's the daddy. 1 times 3 is 3. That's the mommy. Subtraction. That's the sister. 5 minus 3 is 2. Bring down is the whiny little brother. The big brother is the brother. There we go. Sorry, didn't have any. Forgot how to spell it for a second. Let's bring down the 6. Now, how many times does 3 go into 26? 8 times. Very good. 3 times 8 is 24. We repeat this process. Repeat the family process. Repeat the division family process until you are absolutely done. So, 3 goes into 26 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. Subtract, you get 2. Bring down, we have 27. Good. 3 goes into 27. How many times? 9. Very good. 3 times 9 is 27. I'm left with 0. I have no remainder. I have no continuation. I have no repeating decimal. I have no terminating decimal. So, the last thing I have to take care of, the last thing I have to be concerned with, where does that decimal go? Okay, where does that decimal place go? Does the decimal place go where it started or its new location? The answer is its new location. This decimal now needs to be floated up and rest between the 8 and the 9. So the answer to essentially 0.03 and so the answer to the original problem. The answer to the 0.567 divided by 0.03 is 18.9. Okay? You may get a little confused by what your final answer is going to be, but this is your answer to the original problem, even though we've moved around the decimal. Okay? I've got one more example for you. It's my problem. 4.65. How many times does 0.2 go into 4.65? Or 4.65 divided by 0.2. I can't do it, though. I can't do it because this. It's not where it's supposed to be. According to what I just said, the decimal needs to be right up against the division house, practically pretty much between the division house and the number. But if you do it to the outside, you have to do it to the inside. So this decimal has to get moved to here. Okay, now simply put, let's do some division. Let's do some division. Let's do bad. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times 4 is 4. Do subtraction, even though it looks like weird. Do subtraction and multiply 0. Oh, we're all done?
Oh, we're all done? Oh, we're all done?
No.
No. No.
What about all these numbers? Got to keep going. How many times does 2 go into 6? 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. Keep going. We're not done. Still got numbers on the board. Got to keep going. 2 goes into 5. Once again, 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. I get 1. Good. There's nothing left, Nuge. Are we done now? No, I have a remainder. Keep going. Got to add a 0. Bring it down. 2 goes in 10 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract 0. Nothing there. Now I'm done. Now, where does the decimal go? Decimal, simply put, has to float up. Decimal floats up and gets put between the 3 and the 2. So, my answer here is 23.25. You'll notice this one has one of those vocab terms in it. This has a terminating decimal, okay? Because this decimal stops at 2.5. It doesn't keep going. It terminates. It is a decimal and it terminates. All right, that's today's lesson. You have a worksheet for small group. You have IXL sections to work on. Same thing for tomorrow. I might also throw some iReady minutes in. Keep people on task. Test next week, okay? Text next week. Review will be Monday, Tuesday. We got this, Stingrays. We're good.